Maggie from My Favorite Things. So I am sitting here waiting for my mom to come out from her physical therapy appointment. I have been, those of you who've been following me for a while, you know, my mom fell and needed surgery and has been on, and it was a very hard year in 2019. But anyway, that's neither here or there. So those of you who are new, welcome. And those of you who are an existing subscriber, welcome back. I'm so glad you decided to join me again in this video. I wanted to talk to you today about something that's been on my mind for a while. And it's hopefully this will have you think twice up before you spend your money. And I wanted to come on here and just sort of talk to you about why I decided not to get some of these bags. And some of these bags I was thinking of getting, and now I'm glad I never plunged and spent the money. So hopefully this will help you in your decision in deciding whether to purchase some of these bags or not. And those of you who have these bags and love it, you do you. So there are 5 bags that I'm thinking about that's pretty popular. These are very popular bags on YouTube. So number 1 is Strathberry Tote. It's so cute. I think Meghan Markle wore this bag and it just sort of blew up in social media recently, and I thought it was adorable. One of the things that I didn't like about it is the fact that you have to open it, you have to go through this metal bar, and you have to put one handle through the metal bar. And so I was thinking, like, over time that the leather handle is going to wear, just rubbing back and forth with just the closure. Second bag that I thought that I was thinking about buying this bag I was thinking about buying forever. It was like, and it is, you ready for this? It's the Alma BB. Louis Vuitton Alma BB, which I have been lusting after for years. I had been very close to purchasing the Epi Alma BB for a couple times, and I never pulled the trigger. And so if I bought it, I was going to buy it either an Epi leather, either indigo, which I've tried, and it looks so cute, or the damier bean. Although damier bean, because I have my Speedy 25 in damier bean, I don't think so. Now, first of all, Alma BB fits less than Speedy B 25. Second of all, Alma BB is a very structured bag. And I've looked at some of and again, if you have this bag and you love it, I'm so happy, it's working out for you. But when I decide to buy a bag, sometimes I look at the pre-loved markets, and sometimes what I've noticed, and it could just be the way these people have stored their bags, but I've noticed like the handle on the Epi leather itself, like there's a definite indentation where the Epi leather on the Epi leather where the handle would be lying straight. And so you could say, well, I could lift up the handle to store it, and in that case, hopefully that'll prevent that from happening, and it may. But the other thing is, when I'm wearing that crossbody, one, it kind of tilts just because of the way the strap is hooked sort of on either side of the bag, the opposite side of the bag. And 2, when the handle gets down and it's bouncing against your hip as you're wearing a crossbody, I can see that over time how that could create a little bit of indentation or a little bit of caving in. The reason why I say that is because when I had the Pochette Métis and I wore that crossbody exclusively, after wearing it all day long, I would see the back of that Pochette Métis sort of caving in a little bit, which was okay for that bag because that is much more of a flexible bag. But in a structured bag, that's going to be a problem. I saw that as a problem. And again, this is just, me looking at pre-loved markets and things like that. The other thing is Epi leather is durable in the sense that you can go outside and like it's rainy today. So in a day like today, you can take out the Epi leather and it's fine, and you can just wipe it off and stuff. But once it gets a scratch or an indentation, you can't take it out. And a lot of the epi leathers, although I hear that the recent epi leathers are not like this, but the epi leather, once it's scratched a little bit, you can see like the white mark underneath it, and then you'll see it. And the reason why I say that is because I had the epi petite noe, and I ended up selling that because it just bothered me. And the third bag is the Antigona. And the reason, it's again the same thing. It's a very structured bag. The outside is a little bit harder. It's not flexible, and Antigona Mini is a great size. Some people complain that the zippers are a little tight, and as you put your hand in and out, that your ring gets caught or that your hand gets scratched. But I'm not so worried about that as much as, again, I'm going to wear that bag most likely crossbody. And again, that's going to hit where it sits on my hip. It's going to hit my hip area as I'm walking around and creating in that indentation where the bag touches the hips. Maybe I'm overthinking this. But these are really expensive bags, right? And, if you're going to plunk down over $1,000 for any of these things, you're going to have to think about this. It's very different than buying something from Topshop or, buying something, even like Coach, you're out $200-300, but you buy one of these Antigonas brand new, it's going to be it's expensive. So that's the main reason. Otherwise, I think it's beautiful. But I've looked at that bag several times too, but although I like the capacity, I'm not going to get that bag. Fourth bag is the Loewe puzzle bag in small. Now, I've looked at, and Irene at Be Fabulous With Me, Irene channel, just did a review on Loewe puzzle bag small, and it looks fabulous on her, and she got it in beautiful color. And I looked at that bag so many times. I even saw it in Spain when I was in Spain, and I was like this close to getting it. And I was looking at the medium size and the small size. They didn't have the mini size back then, if I remember correctly. And the small size was perfect. I mean, like dimension-wise, as far as how it looked on my body frame and wearing it crossbody or handheld, it was beautiful. And I saw it in that beautiful brown honey color. The only thing that kept bothering me about it, and I like the back pocket too, you can just shove your phone in there. Only thing that really bothered me is that, one, you have to open up a little tiny flap there to open it, and then you have to open the zipper, but the zipper doesn't go from one end to another. It sort of starts about this much in, and so the zipper width is very small. So it's a very small opening, and I already have a small opening bag in Speedy 25. So I thought, no, and it seemed like, to me, it felt like it was smaller opening than Speedy 25. In fact, I was wearing my Speedy 25 bandolier then, and I felt like it was like more restrictive, just maybe because of the flap over the zipper and as well as the width of the zipper, but it just seemed cumbersome. Now the medium size opening it was okay to me because it was a bigger bag, but it looked really big on my frame. So I will not be getting Loewe puzzle bag again. I looked at it a couple years ago in Spain, and then I looked at it again in my recent trip to Hawaii, and it just sort of sealed it. I'm not getting that bag. Number 5 is the Louis Vuitton mini, and this is so popular. It's the mini backpack. But the reason why is because I know that it's had a couple reiterations because people were having problem with it. There's a little flap in the zipper, the very top zipper. They used to have a little lip over it, and that was being frayed. So then some people who were having problems were getting that replaced. So then they redid that one, so there was no flap over the zipper, so its zipper was exposed. But the reason why, and I've looked at this too, is because it's a rounded top, because it's a backpack, it's a rounded zipper. I've had a rounded zipper Louis Vuitton bag in Tivoli. I ended up selling that bag. That was my mom's bag. She never used it. It was so hard. It was like it was a little stiff to open. It was not that easy to open when a zipper is not straight but rounded. It's a little more difficult. I've heard that with Tivoli GM, Tivoli PM, and again, when I looked at this where it's rounded, I can see it not always being so easy to open as far as the zipper is concerned. And the other is it's a vertical bag, and it's a very small bag that's vertical. So I think that, you know, some of the things can fall in the bottom, so then I'd have to take things out of the top to get into the bottom, and the front pocket is sort of useless. It's so tiny and it's so hard to get into. So I think it looks adorable on people. And the other one is, like when I tried that on, I felt like a giant wearing a tiny little bag. I don't know why. Because I think it looks cute on so many people and so many people love it. But for me, I don't think that's for me. Again, those are 5 very popular bags that I am not gonna buy, and I hope I keep my word. That hopefully this will, you know, I'm trying to show you the other side, because sometimes you watch YouTube and, you know, Instagram and Pinterest, and you get really caught up in the next bag that you might want to get, especially if you're a bag person like I am. But I wanted us to kind of take a step back and think about what would work for our lifestyle. And it may work for other people's lifestyle, but not for mine. And these are the reasons why it would not work for me. Anyway, I hope you found this helpful and entertaining. And if you like this kind of video, please give this a thumbs up. And don't forget to click the bell notification so that you will be notified. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.